The perfect partners of the future Pirate King. The grand line is chaos, storms, admirals, Yonko, ancient weapons. But what if the Straw Hat Pirates had partners that mirrored their very souls? Not random Pokemon, not just strong ones, but Pokemon that reflect their dreams, their trauma, their fighting spirit. Let's sail deeper. Monkey D, Luffy, and Infernape. Luffy is freedom incarnate. He doesn't follow strategy manuals. He doesn't calculate odds. He moves on instinct, guided by emotion. Infernape is the embodiment of instinctual combat. Unlike calm, calculating fire types, Infernape fights like a martial artist fueled by passion. The stronger the opponent, the brighter its flames burn. That's Luffy in every major battle. Against Rob Lucci, he pushed beyond limits. Against Katakuri, he learned through pain. Against Kaido, he awakened a god. Infernape evolves through struggle. Luffy grows through defeat. Now imagine Gear 5th Luffy bouncing across the battlefield, laughing. Beside him, Infernape flips midair. Blaze ability activated, flames spiraling like a second sun. This partnership isn't about tactics. It's about heart. Infernape would never question Luffy's insane decisions. And Luffy would never cage Infernape's wild spirit. Two warriors chasing the ultimate freedom. The Pirate King and his blazing shadow. Roronoa Zoro and Aegislash. Zoro's life is built on one principle: mastery. Aegislash is literally a sword that chooses its wielder. It shifts between shield for me and blade for me. Perfect defense and lethal offense. That is Zoro's entire combat philosophy. He stands still, absorbing pressure. Then in one instant, he cuts through everything. During his fight against King, Zoro learned to control Enma, a blade that demanded haki. Aegislash also demands discipline. If mishandled, it drains life force. Only a warrior of absolute focus could wield it. Picture this: Zoro meditating on the Sunny's deck at night. Aegislash floating silently beside him when enemies invade. Aegislash enters blade for me at the exact moment Zoro opens his eye. No wasted movement, no wasted breath, just steel and silence. Nami and Milotic. Nami controls weather. Milotic controls water currents. Both appear graceful, both hide devastating power. Milotic is known as one of the most beautiful Pokemon, but beauty in the Pokemon world often masks resilience. It evolves from Phoeba, a creature mocked for its ugliness. That mirrors Nami's childhood. She grew up powerless under Arlong's control, mocked, used, trapped, but she transformed. Now she commands Zeus. Now she calls down lightning. In battle, Nami wouldn't charge head first. She'd coordinate. Milotic summons whirlpools to trap enemy ships. Nami creates thunderclouds above. Water conducts electricity. A battlefield synergy built on intelligence. Nami doesn't fight with brute strength. She fights with control. And Milotic turns the sea itself into her weapon. Usopp and Zoroark. Usopp's greatest weapon is imagination. Zoroark creates illusions so real they alter perception entirely. Think about Dressrosa. Usopp wasn't physically the strongest, but when he sniped sugar from across the city, he changed the course of history. That's long-range dominance combined with deception. Zoroark could create phantom armies, fake versions of Luffy, fake giants, fake monsters. Enemies panic. Their formation breaks. And in that split second, Usopp fires. This isn't just trickery. It's tactical warfare. And when Usopp finally stands tall as a brave warrior of the sea, Zoroark would drop the illusions, because the lie would no longer be necessary. Sanji and Blaziken. Sanji fights with his legs. Blaziken fights with its legs. But this pairing goes deeper. Sanji carries emotional fire, rejection from his family, struggle with identity, his promise to never waste food, his vow to protect women. Blaziken's fire intensifies through combat focus. When Sanji activates Ifrit Jam, his kicks ignite blue flames, hotter than before. Blaziken would synchronize that tempo. Aerial combat. Flame-enhanced dive kicks. Speed so fast it looks like teleportation. And when protecting someone, both would exceed limits. Not for glory, for love. Chopper and Chansey. Chopper understands pain. He was rejected for being different. Chansey exists to heal. On chaotic battlefields, Marineford-level war, this duo becomes essential. Chansey uses soft-boiled to restore stamina. Chopper administers medical treatment instantly. When Luffy collapses from overusing haki. When Zoro pushes past his limits. This team keeps hope alive. They aren't flashy, but they are the reason the crew survives the New World. Nico, Robin, and Gardevoir. Robin survived a genocide. Gardevoir protects its trainer with psychic barriers strong enough to bend space. Robin's Hana Nomi allows her to sprout limbs anywhere. Now imagine this synergy. Robin restrains enemies with giant spectral arms. Gardevoir locks down escape routes with psychic gravity. Silent battlefield domination. No shouting. No chaos. Just controlled annihilation. And if someone threatens the crew, both would protect them without hesitation. Frankie and Metagross. Metagross has 4 brains working in unison. Frankie builds machines that outclass warships. Together, they become battlefield engineers. Metagross calculates enemy trajectory patterns. Frankie modifies artillery in real time. Laser beams from General Frankie combined with psychic meteor crashes. Strategic devastation. Super doesn't even begin to describe it. Brook and Jengar. Brook is already dead. Jengar thrives between dimensions. Brook's soul can leave his body. Jengar can slip into shadows. Now imagine a night raid on a marine base. Lights flicker, footsteps echo. Enemies freeze as they hear violin music. Their shadows detach. Jengar grins. Brook whispers, "May I see your soul?" Chills, absolute chills. Jinbe and Gyarados. Jinbe embodies discipline and ocean mastery. Gyarados embodies wrathful power. When calm, Jinbe is composed. When angered, he's unstoppable. Gyarados mirrors that transformation. Fishman Karate manipulates water inside enemies' bodies. Gyarados summons tidal surges. Together, they could sink entire fleets. Admiral-level battlefield impact. Final vision, the final war begins. The world government mobilizes. Admirals stand ready. But on the horizon, the Thousand Sunny approaches. Not just pirates, but pirates and legends. Flames, steel, storms, illusions, psychic force, ocean wrath. And at the center of it all, Luffy and Infernape laughing as they charge forward. Because no matter the world, freedom always burns brighter.